You thought the worst was over, but the world is still bleeding, empires are falling, millions are crying out for peace, and yet the storm only grows louder. From revolution in Russia to the entrance of the United States, everything changes now. This isn't just history, it's a mirror, a warning. The fire is still burning. Imagine your country starving, soldiers refusing to fight, the streets filled with rage. That was Russia in 1917. For years, Russia had been bleeding on the Eastern Front, millions dead, morale shattered. Food shortages led to riots. The people wanted change. In March, the Tsar, Nicholas II, abdicates after mass protest and mutiny in the army. A provisional government takes over, promising reform, but it's too weak, too slow. Then in October, Lenin returns with fury and purpose. His Bolsheviks storm Petrograd, seize control, and pull Russia out of the war. With the Treaty of Brest-Litovsk, Germany gets land. Russia descends into civil war. One empire gone, another, Soviet, rises. Across the Atlantic, the U.S. watches until it can't anymore. German U-boats attack neutral ships, like the Lusitania. Hundreds of civilians die, including Americans. Then, the Zimmermann telegram. Germany secretly offers Mexico U.S. territory if they attack. Enough is enough. April 6, 1917, America enters the war. President Wilson says it's to make the world safe for democracy. But it's more than that. It's personal now. The U.S. mobilizes fast. Millions of men are drafted. Factories roar to life. By 1918, American soldiers, doughboys, arrive in Europe, young, determined, ready. They bring fresh strength and a shift in the balance. Germany knows time is running out. They launch the Ludendorff Offensive in spring 1918. Massive attacks on the Western Front. Artillery, stormtroopers, gas. They break through, deeper than any point since 1914. Paris is under threat again. Panic spreads. But Germany's exhausted. They've lost too many men. Their supply lines are stretched thin. Then the Allies hit back. The 100 Days Offensive. From Amiens to the Hindenburg Line, the Allies push with new tactics, tanks, and overwhelming manpower. U.S. troops prove vital at places like Belleau Wood and the Meuse-Argonne. Germany is pushed back, hard. 4 empires crumble, one after another. Austria-Hungary shatters as different nationalities rise up. Czechs, Slovaks, Croats, Poles. By October, the empire is unrecognizable. The Ottoman Empire loses the Middle East. Allied forces, helped by Arab rebels, march through Damascus and Jerusalem. The empire signs an armistice. Bulgaria collapses too. In Germany, protests erupt. The navy mutinies. The Kaiser abdicates on November 9th. A new government seeks peace. November 11th, 1918, at 11:00 a.m., the guns fall silent. The world breathes, but not in relief, in grief. Imagine standing in a quiet field that once thundered with gunfire. Everywhere you look, graves, white crosses, names lost to time. Over 16 million dead, more than 20 million wounded. Men died for inches of land, for orders they didn't give, for flags that no longer fly. An entire generation was wiped out, sons, fathers, brothers, families shattered, and those who returned, they didn't come back whole. Shell shock, what we now call PTSD, left them broken in silence. This was more than war. This was trauma etched into the soul of the world. In 1919, leaders of the victors meet in Versailles, but instead of building peace, they divide the spoils. Germany is blamed entirely. The war guilt clause makes them responsible for everything. They lose land, their military is cut down, and they're forced to pay massive reparations. The German people are humiliated. Their economy crashes. Their pride is wounded. They call it a diktat, not a treaty, but an ultimatum. The seeds of resentment are sown, seeds that will grow into something darker. Borders are redrawn, new nations emerge, Poland, Czechoslovakia, Yugoslavia. Old empires are gone, but the world is not stable. The League of Nations is formed to prevent another war. But without U.S. support, it's weak, powerless. Millions hope this was the war to end all wars. But deep down, fear lingers. The map is stitched together hastily. Wounds are still open. The fire may be out, but the embers are glowing. World War I was supposed to be the end of war. Instead, it was just the beginning of a darker century. It gave us tanks, gas, aerial bombings, and a taste for destruction on a global scale. It toppled empires and birthed ideologies. It left scars still visible today. And if we want to avoid repeating history, we must remember it. Because the story of the Great War is still being written in the world we live in now. Never forget, this is your history.